Hello and welcome to round 4 of the Thursday Night GT Championship powered by Race Department on Project Cars 2 for PlayStation 4. If you were watching just a while ago, you saw the first round here at Spa. That was round 3. The feature race, 18 laps, which was pretty exciting. A lot of drivers chasing another, and there were 12. We are somehow now down to 9. I hope we will be joined by the remaining 3 in a couple of seconds or minutes. We saw that Jamie left and joined. He is not here yet, but we will see. So we have Scooby, who is out there, but he is not supposed to be out there. Okay, so let's see who will be able to finish, because the top, we have 7 drivers out of 9 right now who are not allowed to qualify. The first 2, there's Jamie. The first 2 are PS Scooby 555, Nathan in the 14 Porsche, and his teammate Ben Mildenman 27 in the number 17 Porsche. They changed car, were allowed to, despite of the rules, because of the undrivability of the Nissan GTR after yesterday's patch. So, as a penalty, they are not allowed to qualify for the remainder of the season. So those are the first 2. The other 5 that are not allowed to qualify are the first 5 finishers of the feature race, which was won by Gazzer123. Congratulations to Gaz for winning his second feature race, and he has currently a 100% winning percentage of the feature races. He was followed by Adam Morris, RDF1 Adam Morris in the number 6 Audi R8, closely followed by his teammate in the Audi, the number 28 Audi Boyraxer 14, also known by his name Benji. Then we had Gazzer123's teammate in the number 44 BMW M6 GT3, Liam at Thurso, came in 4th, and P. Scott Live 85, Paul Scott, came in 5th, and he did a very, very nice job in the feature race. It was a kind of nowhere land, but he managed to finish 5th, and close behind was Ben Milden, but since he is in the Porsche, he has the qualifying ban. So the only 3 drivers right now allowed to qualify are Super Scrub, came in last in the feature race, but last was 10th place. We started with 12 drivers, lost 2 in the process. So, Super Scrub in the blue and red Ferrari, 1 point in the feature race. Here we have his teammate in the number 0 Ferrari. He is allowed to qualify. And then we have Jamie at 430 in the 19.3 Lamborghini, also allowed to qualify. So it will be a battle between those three drivers for the top three positions. And not present on the grid are the two Hot Wheel livery Audis, number 5 and number 10. Driven by Robert G plus 1UP and Doko 1983. Strangely, both not present here. They dropped out during the feature race, maybe disconnecting problems, but we haven't seen them again. So that's quite a shame, because there is room for 16 drivers. If we add the two Hot Wheels Audi drivers, we still have 4 places left, which are open. So this is a call to all fast and fair drivers. If you are interested, go practice with us, and maybe you can join us for next week's race, and maybe even just hit us up here on Facebook or on one of our social media accounts, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or of course go to the race department website, which is racedepartment.com. Go to the forums and search for TNGTC, Thursday Night GT Championship. And of course we race at always on the Thursday night. We race on at 8 a.m. British time, so that's 8 p.m. 8 p.m. GMT, or 9 p.m. Central European time. So that's the Amsterdam, Paris, Madrid, Berlin time zone. You can come from anywhere in the world, as long as your connection is fast enough. We have drivers from the UK, we have drivers from Spain, we have... Oh, someone hits the wall there, and it's Ice Super Scrub. And Jamie spins out, hits the wall as well. So, the only one who's set a time so far is Ice Super Scrub, and there's only 6.5 minutes on the clock. So they better start driving. Well, let's get back to where the drivers are from. Currently, we have a couple of drivers, like I said, from the UK, from Spain. We had drivers from the Netherlands. We had drivers from Eastern Europe. We had drivers from the United States. So, it doesn't matter where you are in the world, as long as you are able to race at 8 p.m. GMT or 9 p.m. Central European time every Thursday night, you are very welcome to join us. We are currently watching the number 48 Ferrari, driven by Ice Super Scrub, Liam Stead, and he is currently on his outlap. He is the only one who set a time so far. So the other two drivers that are allowed to qualify now, here we are, Jamie and Seeks44. They better put a time on the board or they will end up somewhere during the mix of drivers that are not allowed to qualify. If you're just joining us now, I'll go through it quickly. We have the Porsches driven by PS Scooby 555 and Mildenman 27. They are not allowed to qualify due to a qualifying ban for the remainder of the season. And the top 5 finishers from the feature race earlier today, they are not allowed to finish as well either. So there are only 3 drivers. Come on, Seeks. You need a time on the board, man. And we have Jamie. He's just crossing the finish line and is about to start his fast lap. Spun out during the last one. I'll go through all the turns with you. Here we are on board with Jamie at 430. Going through Eau Rouge, up Radial, a 40-meter elevation. Barely keeps it on track. And this is the Camel Straight. Let's get the speed up there. In 6th. Brake hard. Back to 3rd. Or even 2nd in this case. Through Lacombe. Right. Down to Bruxelles, which is French for Brussels. Tight hairpin. Down to turn 11. And full throttle again. Here we are at Pouhon. Shift back to 4th. And full on throttle again. Gear up to 5th. And brake hard back to 2nd or 3rd. That's the Peef Pop, now known as Campus. And here we are in Sector 3. And we are, this is the famous Blanchimont, high speed left turn. A lot of downforce here, so you can go full throttle in most cars. And then brake hard back to 1st gear for the bus stop chicane. Don't spin out here because it's a very tricky uphill chicane. And that's a lap around Spa-Francorchamps. And the finish line is here. And he had a time on the board and moved up to 1st place. So he is currently pole sitter. Super Scrub is on track. Where is he? In the final sector, closely followed by Jonathan Seeks. And there are still 52 seconds on the clock. And after that, they are probably still allowed to finish another lap, but they will put a time on the board. Super Scrub goes quite wide there. So if he is faster, that will officially eliminate this fastest lap. And it's not. And Seeks sets a time on the board in a 2:37. That's not very fast. In the qualifying session for the feature race, Gas set a fastest lap of a at 2:17.5. So these guys were at the back of the grid in the feature race, but a 2:37, that is too slow. They will have just about enough time to do another lap, so maybe they will be able to improve it. But both times a 2:29 and a 2:37, that is quite too slow. You can see that he still has visual damage from the crash earlier on. That's a bug in the game. Even though when you get back to the pits, get your car repaired, there's still visual damage on the car. So even though there was a new patch, there was no fix for these kinds of things, which is quite a shame actually. I mean, this game has been out since October last year, and it was far from finished when it came out. And it's a lot better now, but there are still quite some unfinished features or stuff like this. So it's hard work for the guys in Slightly Mad Studios. Here we are, 58 seconds to go, going through the final turns. That will be an improvement of his time. And he took back first place over a second, and Seeks took second. So now Jamie is back from being first to third. So they were just in time with their lap times. So I Super Scrub on pole. And he did the same thing last week at Zolder in the sprint race. Claimed pole position and managed to stay ahead of the pack throughout the race and won, which actually was his very first TNGTC race. So quite an achievement. And, well, will he be able to do that again tonight? So here we have the starting grid. I Super Scrub on pole, joined by Seeks on the first row. Then we have Jamie F430 and the Lamborghini on third, and his teammate on fourth. So the second starting row is all Lamborghini. And we have in fifth Liam at Thurso in the number 4 BMW M6, the white livery. In sixth place is Adam Morris in the number 6 Audi. Liam's teammate in the black BMW M6 in seventh, which is Gazer123. Then we have PS Scooby 555, first in the Porsche, the number 14 Porsche. In ninth, Ben Milden, and he is in the number 17 Porsche. And then in the back, we have Boy Raxa 14, who shouldn't be there, but since he is the league host, or the lobby host, the computer places him last. He should be in front of Gaz, but it's the rejoining. We have to do that manually. Can get a bit, well, hard to do. We will still have to sort that out. And if you are listening, Slightly Mad Studios, Project Cars 2. It would be great to be able to place people on specific places on the grid. Or, for example, make a reverse grid. And we are ready for round 4. The sprint race, lights are on. And we're off. And it's again Paul with a good start. Can't get past. Now we're going through turn 1. Oh, and we have a spin. It's Jamie, and I Super Scrub is still in the lead. Followed by Six, but Adam Morris is already on his tail. Going through Blanchimont, Eau Rouge, sorry about that. Here we have Ben Millen and Boy Raxer, and let's get back to the front because it's very tight there. I Super Scrub still in the lead. Six is caught in a battle with RDF1 Adam Morris and Liam at Thurso. Do some Porsche lawn mowing there again, just like in the feature race. And PS Scooby is now in 5th place. Liam going very wide there. Could cost him a place. Oh, just manages to keep the car in front of the Porsche. Six is going wide there. And we have a viewer on the chat, and it's Jeremy, former TNGTC driver. Hey Jeremy, great to see you watching the race. And in all tactics, oh, we lost the driver, and Adam Morris claimed first. I Super Scrub has gone off grid. We must have had a disconnect, and we've lost another drivers. We are down to 8 drivers now. So we are driving, and this is the sprint race. Going through the bus stop. Six going wide there. He will have to give back that place, as he did gain quite an advantage. You can see Liam flashing his lights like a maniac. PS Scooby is right on his tail. Liam still flashing his lights. But Six doesn't want to know anything about it. He did cut. He didn't gain a position though, so he could just stay there. But there is quite a tow. And Liam is going for the kill, is on the outside. Scooby wants to join. And Liam got in front. Almost got hit there by Six. And now cameraman's drunk. And PS Scooby also got by Six. Took the inside of Bruxelles, turn 11, and he made it stick. Six is right on his tail. But there is the next danger for Six. It is Gaz. Six goes wide through Pouhon. This is the PFAF, and Gaz is already looking where he can overtake Six. Gaz, who won the feature race, round 3 here at Spa. And Six goes very wide there. Tries to go on the outside. Blanchimont. And goes on the inside on the bus stop, and of course makes it stick. That's a textbook move by Gazzer123. And Scooby is chasing Liam, and this could become quite a battle though. He was very fast also, of course, starting from behind in the feature race, but ended up in 5th place. Oh, and he goes wide there, almost does a K-Mag. Oh, and that's the end. Heavily damaged. Retired the car. So now we're down to 5 cars. And it could be that he hit another car. I don't know who. Couldn't see that. And it's the other Porsche going wide at Lacombe, driven by Ben Milden. So and that's back to what I was saying. Scooby didn't end up 5th. He didn't finish at all. He retired after 9 laps. He was doing so great, but he must have crashed there, retired the car, ended up 11, just out of the points. So that, and Six got his place back from Gaz, so Gaz must have made a mistake there somewhere. Or was he hit by the Porsche, but is now back on the inside, and he's going for an overtake on the outside of Blanchimont, I mean. And also Boy Raxer lining his car up for an overtake. Seeks goes wide there through Blanchimont. Boy Raxer's just too far away to make a move down the pit stop, the bus stop chicanes. He's staying close to Seeks, trying to make a move here down La Source, but that is too close. I mean, Seeks is just too far away. But here is the next opportunity. Going through Eau Rouge and Radion. And he is close, so he gets a nice tow from the Ferrari. And Six is on the outside, now defending the inside. Benji tries to get on the outside and goes through Lacombe very quickly. And passes Six. And moves up to 4th place. So Six is down to 5th. And meanwhile we have lost another driver, and that was Six crashing. Meanwhile we have lost Jamie F430. We have lost Paul Scott. So where we started at 12 drivers in the feature race, we are now down to 6 drivers. We have 4 drivers who retired, and meanwhile Six got passed by Ben Millen. He and his teammate PS Scooby 555 proved to be very fast in this tricky car. It is a fast car though. It's such a shame that Scooby crashed. Must have been a similar incident to the feature race. He was overtaking car by car by car by car. And then he was out around the half of the race. So where we had a 1-4 for Spa-Francorchamps Racing in the feature race, it's now a 1-4 for the Snakes Unite Racing drivers, with Adam Morris in the lead. And in the background you can see the yellow headlights of the Spa-Francorchamps Racing drivers who are in second and third right now. And they had 4 laps to try to get close to Adam. Here we have Boy Rex 14 in 4th place. Started last on the grid. So, he started last, is now in 4th place, is 2 seconds behind the BMWs. And they have a slightly bigger gap to the leader of the race, who is now going through Blanchimont. And Seeks is now very last. He is swerving. That front is very dent. He just has to hold on for a couple more laps. He even could go to the pits, make a pit stop. He is very last and he probably won't gain any position. But, well, if he finishes, he scores points. So, don't retire. Claim that 6th place. And try just to finish it. Keep the car in one piece. Oh, please do. Just go to the pits. What are you doing? Go to the pits, get your car fixed. It doesn't matter. It's only 3 more laps. It's 6 minutes. This way you won't make it, man. Alright. Yes, he heard it. Going into the pits, getting his car fixed. And making sure he claims that 6th place. Meanwhile, back in the front, Adam has widened the gap just a little bit more, almost up to 3 seconds of lead on the 2 BMWs who had made a switch. Gaz has passed Liam and is now in 2nd place. Will he get a chance to make an attack on RDF1 Adam Morris's 1st place? And here we are. Boy Rex at 14. Benji is now only 2.5 apart from the BMWs. So if he could, he is definitely going for that place on the podium. If he does, it will be a double podium for him and his teammate. They stay in current positions. Here we are. Seeks is coming out of the pits. His car still looking heavily damaged, but we know that it has been fixed, or we can assume it has been fixed. It's just that the game doesn't show it. And Six is on his way again. Then he's still in 5th place. Benji closed the gap back down to under a second. In Formula 1 he would have had DRS, but they don't do DRS in GT3. Well, maybe in this league that would be a nice idea. And let's get back to the leader, who is still almost 3 seconds leading. Going through the final sector of lap 7. After this, only 2 more laps, and looks like the gap is only widening, while Gaz has driven away a bit from his teammate, who is now under attack by the Snakes Unite Racing driver Boyrax of 14, who wants that 3rd place. He wants that double podium. While Liam doesn't want to give up that podium, as he just finished outside of the podium during the feature race. That black and red Audi is coming in fast, and we know that it can get a good tow, especially from a big car like the BMW. So Liam is on the outside, staying on the outside, knowing that Benji is too far away, going through the cone. Gap is down to 3/10. Both drivers are very fast, so now it's just down to luck. One of the drivers will make a mistake. It is game over. If Liam makes a mistake, he's out of the podium. If Benji makes a mistake, he won't get on the podium. Back to the race leader. Just went through Pif Paf. Last sector, improved his lap delta, and even now he's getting away from Gaz. With a 3.3 second lead. Ben is 7 seconds behind Benji, so unless something weird happens, he will finish 5th. Six is still on track with his fixed car after pit stop and a heavy crash, but is still on track, so on his way to points. Back to the battle for 3rd place. Benji's still right on the tail of Liam. This is a crucial point. Going up that hill. Don't make a mistake. Get close, get a good tow, stay behind the car in front of you. And he has a good exit. They are side by side. Almost, but he is on the outside. He did an overtake earlier on the outside through Lacombe, but Liam won't have it. closes the gap, closes the door, stays on the outside for Bruxelles. But he can't afford to make a single mistake. If he goes just a bit too wide somewhere at a turn, Benji will profit from that and will use it to his advantage. Going through Pujol. Liam stays on the inside. Defends through Piff Paff. Closes the door again. And Benji is looking. You can see he's trying to get a different line. This is close. This is very good. Look at how close he is behind that BMW. You can see that N-Power at work here. With the toe of the Audi. Can he do something around Blanchimont? Oh, he has to lift a bit. Or is that just loss of power? Liam closes the inside. Oh, it's too tight to make a move there. Time for a switchback. He has a good exit. Nah, that was just not enough. So, sorry I missed that action, but it was too exciting. Adam Morris wins the race, the sprint race, round 4 at Spa, followed by Gaz in second place. His teammate Liam in third. Boyraxer, Benji in fourth. And Ben Milden in fifth. Sixth in sixth. Got those points. And then we have the Lamborghinis who both retired in 7th and 8th. And Ben's teammate in the Porsche, PS Scooby, probably disconnected, is gone. And also Super Scrub, Seeks' teammate, is gone. So that is the sprint race. And that concludes our night of racing. Next week we will be back for round 5 and round 6. And I have to see where that is. I don't know that from the top of my mind. We will leave Belgium after a full week, 4 races in 1 week at Belgium. We will move to Portugal for rounds 5 and 6 at track at the Algarve. So I hope to see you next week for more exciting racing on the TNGTC, the Thursday Night GT Championship, on powered by Race Department on Project Cars 2 for PlayStation 4. I hope you enjoyed the races and hope to see you next week. Bye.